EFF is one of the political party in South Africa, and then is the fourth largest party in South Africa, and it's one of the party that is pan-African, is one of the party that is fighting for all Africans in South Africa. And one of the things of the about EFF was formed by Julius Malema, and it's a very interesting party to look upon it, because I might not agree with the things that many things that EFF is saying, but it does not mean I could not say yes when there is something that is right about EFF, or something that is appealing to me about EFF. I had to be honest and make my own judgment on base what I am seeing at the moment, and I don't have to judge the EFF because of what they say previous, but now I'm going to be looking on a very specific person. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel, Let's Talk Africa. Please make sure that you like and you subscribe, and I beg you that you help me to get to 1,000 subscribers in this month. Okay, let's go back to the video that I want to talk about, because this thing is very much interesting when you are looking at the political landscape of South Africa, and then you are not biased and you are not for any party, but you are looking for how the party is performing and how is what the party is giving to the people. That is my own interest, what the party is giving to the people, and then what the party present, or what an individual in that party present. One of the person that I find interesting in this week is this woman. I want us to watch her videos, a few clips that, and then we're gonna come back and comment on it.
Thank you so much, Chairperson. I think this is just like broadly for all the provinces, but with special focus on Gauteng, Eastern Cape, and Mpumalanga. There is a problem that we are finding with the issue of non-performance of contractors, and it going unscathed with no tangible consequences that emanate from non-performance. And we recommend that with immediate effect, all those cases of non-performance by contractors should be sent directly to the SIU, to the Special Investigating Unit, because these are criminal cases, especially because government is part and parcel responsible for non-performance. They're the ones that vetted these companies. They're the ones that went through the process of ensuring that they are valid enough to carry through these tenders and have the capacity to carry through the job. And when it isn't done, then there is no tangible consequence that emanates from people not showing up and utilizing the money that was spent already to deal with the issues, particularly with public infrastructure and public facilities. And then second to that, why is it that there still isn't no standardized pricing to this day in 2024? We can see that there are loopholes that are at our disposal in tendering processes, in pricing, and we still don't have a standardized pricing regulatory body that is able to regulate all these projects, particularly those that have issues with payment, delay of payments, and not being able to carry through projects because it requires a lot of money. There should be a regulatory body, and even if it is not at a national level, I think local municipalities and provinces should be capacitated enough to be able to oversee the work that they put their money in and ensure that they're not being taken for a ride. I think it's important that if there is no process such as this, that they must utilize their powers through legislative works in the provinces and ensure that these things are not repetitive concurrence. And lastly, Chairperson, and I mean with particular focus to the court Yasemamelodi and the Teheto Primary School in Free State, Nohomuzea Primary School in Mpumalanga. I mean, there's numerous others. I think in some cases, it's so deplorable that it's schools for children with special needs. People are stealing money that is meant to give an education for children with special needs. There's no longer time to speak about what needs. We know what needs to be done. We know state capacity needs to be done. We know that standardized pricing needs to be done. We know that more oversight needs to be done. We know that criminal investigations should be done. Why are these people not being investigated for the crimes that they are committing? And lastly, the MEC in the Northern Cape, you know, I mean, it was a digression of some sort, but I think it's a very important direction in which she was taking us through on the issue of ownership of assets. And I think we should also look into the issue of land ownership on the part of government as well, because it's also problematic, this thing of renting properties for government facilities and government entities and government public services. And I mean, it's in some instances, it even causes very grave consequences, like in the Val, in the school in the Val, where They were unable to do transformation and construction service because the land was privately owned. And the owners, wherever they were sitting in their country, in the Netherlands, had put a stop to all of that, and government was tied, their hands were tied. So if we're going to problematize the land occupation programs of 2013, then we must primarily have a problem with land occupation as a whole. Then we must look at the disenfranchisement of Black people in 1913. We must look at disposition of land in 1936 with the Natives Land Act, Natives Trust Land Act of South Africa of 1936. If you're going to have a problem with people occupying land in 2013, 2015, and you want all of those efforts to be reversed, which were a response to colonialism, then you must have a problem with the land occupation of 1913. Otherwise, it's unprincipled and it validates the history of South Africa. That is, members must have manners.
Honourable Member,
Allow members.
you've had three last please already.
You can't teach
Your
members.
This lady is Naledi Chirwa. Naledi Chirwa, in my list, she's one of the dangerous women in politics, one of the dangerous women in the parliament. Because what makes her dangerous, she is more like, she is not like the same with Julius Malema in this case for the moment. Because in the case of Julius Malema is a Pan-Africanist, and then he is always vocal for Africa. But this time, what struck me to Naledi, and then what would draw my attention to her, when I view YouTube and then I was looking on the videos, and then I saw this video, the video that I just played, and then I said that I have to say something about this. I have to say something about this, because on what she is saying, or on what she's saying in this video is absolutely true. Because I have a construction background, I work in the construction, I supervise some of the construction project. In the construction industry, there's a lot of corruption, and many companies are not accounted for. They do the project and have a big man, and they go their way. One of the things that I saw in the Eastern Cape, where I am residing now, one of the things that I saw in the Eastern Cape, there were projects that we did, and then those projects, we were not supposed to do them. We were redoing the project, or modifying the project. Well, one of the instances, there was a shelter that was being built, like in Mthatha. That shelter was being built. It was built for village for sheep sharing. And when we go there for site inspection, and then the building was already built. That building was not even have like 2 years old, but all the building was full of cracks. And then the company that was building the project was not accounted for, was not called to say well, you have to redo this project. It was not called. It disappeared in the maze. You see, one of the things that when many of BE companies, when they are employed by the government, they will do what they want to do. They will not do according to the specific. Like for instance, maybe you are doing a concrete, and on the spec document, the spec document say that you have to do the concrete or you have to do the concrete of like let's say 20 megapascals. You see. And then you do your 15, and in the spec you will find out that there are required that your concrete must be tested. You know what the contractors, many BE contractors do? They will go and buy lab results, as if their concrete was being tested for the strength that was required in the document. And you find out 2 years later, maybe the foundation or that slab of concrete is shambling, is being destroyed. This is what is happening also in the road. you will find out that maybe the municipality contracted a company to do asphalt road, to put an asphalt. What they will do, they will come with their drums and mix asphalt on the site without any heat, without anything. Then they will just mix asphalt. That asphalt, within 2 years, 3 years, after maybe many rain, many floods, that asphalt go. There is a difference between the asphalt that you buy, like on East Coast asphalt here in Eastern Cape. There's a big plant of the East Coast asphalt plant. You buy an already made asphalt. That asphalt is a higher grade asphalt, you see. So one of the things that contractors are doing is actually, this is what Naledi is saying here, is very true. They need to be followed, and then they need to be called to account, because these contractors will charge so much for a little job. Maybe something that was gonna cost 400,000, the project was gonna cost 400,000. They will maybe cost that thing. It will go maybe to 2 million. This is what is happening. And other money, it goes to the contractors. And then one of the things before I go is that BE has killed many skills in South Africa. Because one of the things that happened, BE does not care about the skilled person. They only care about their money. Actually, BE is not for the artisan. They will just come and use you and not pay you according to your rate. Like if you are a skilled artisan and then you have an experience, maybe bricklaying, you have an experience, they will compare you to the labor, or they will just top like 10 rand from the labor. This is what EBE has killed many skills in Southern Africa. That is why many people who have skills, who are handy, they don't want to work for the BEs. Because BE will use you, and after using you, they will teach you. You see. So this lady, what she is saying, she is fighting for the right of South Africans, and then she is fighting what is right. I think her fight I'm joining. Because one of the things that we have to notice is that BE companies, many of them are not competent to do certain project. Many of the things, let's say maybe 60% of the project that are being done by BE, those projects will also be redone again. Hey, my English is failing me now. You see, those projects will need to be restarted again. You see, so this is what we have in South Africa. The reason why we do not have a good infrastructure that is being built by BE, the reason why other schools are not they are not properly built by the BEs. It is because they are not competent, or they are competent, but corruption is their uncle to cut costs. And then the spec will say, maybe you have to buy this, you have to buy this. Maybe if you are going to buy poles, say the spec will say that you have to go to buy treated poles with acrylic, and then those treated poles with acrylic, they must be this diameter, they must have this diameter. They will just go to my friend and And then also, oh my friend, they have the, like, you find out some of their material, they have SABS, like they have been approved, which is totally fake. So this is what South Africa is facing. And then in the hospital, in everywhere, BE has collapsed South Africa. I think it's the time for us to say now, we have to stop this thing of BE. We have to look, we have to be, I don't know how to put this, but the BE is okay for the economic development of a black people, but at the same time, if it's not monitored very well, it is dangerous for the economic of South Africa. Because EBE is a strategy to make individuals to be wealthy from the government resource. If you are a skilled man, during the old times, the old days, when our fathers were skilled men, they have skills, and then they will eat with their skills. And then during the old times, a job was guaranteed. But in our times, if you are an artisan, maybe you come from the TVET like me, you find out that this company is going to use your skill, is going to use your knowledge, and will teach you. The thing about the BE, it does not develop the skill, it develops individuals. Let's say we're a group of 10 people, we come up from a TVET college. We have skill, we can do things. But what BE will do, BE will destroy that skill. First off, they will pay on when they like. They will pay when they feel. They will pay the money that they want to pay you. And then even if you complain, I think that is why you find out many BE are employing foreigners. It is because of what they are doing to us. It is because what they are doing. Because when you start to complain, they will say, South Africans are complaining. A foreigner who come from Mozambique, who come from Zimbabwe, will take that job, that they will take that daily rate of 150. And then we well know that is not the rate that we're supposed to get. But that person, and then those foreigners, they are very skilled people. And the contractors will rather go with them than go with you and develop you. This is the kind of South Africa that we have. And I think now it is the right time for our people to arise and say that enough is enough. Like this lady, Naledi Chiro, she is confronting them. She is telling them the truth. She is giving them the taste of their medicine. I think that I like what she's doing, but she is, I'm saying maybe there are other people that I have not seen yet, but what she is doing, oh my God, is very great. It's very great. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching my video, and thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being patient with me in my stuttering. Thank you for everything. I thank you for watching. Thank you again for subscribing in my channel. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Love you.